about I was watching Conor with his leg snap, and I'm like, is this gonna happen to more guys? Are we gonna see more of this?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it's we've seen so many of them. Of course, it's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva, and you can go back down the line.
And why?
Corey Hill was the first one I ever saw. That was like that. No one had seen that before. I'd only seen it on video. I'd never seen it in real life. When he threw a kick and the opponent checked it, I forget who he's fighting, and it snapped his fucking leg in half. And the referee didn't realize it, and so he went down, and the referee hadn't noticed it, and the other guy was beating him up, and I got up and I was yelling. I took my headphones off and I was yelling, "Stop the fight! Stop the fight!" But it's like, I don't know if the ref could even hear me because it's a crowded arena, and now he's down. The other fighter's pounding on him, so it's like, see who was fighting him. I'm trying to remember who was fighting. Corey Hill, leg break.
I just wonder. It's like you see it happening more and more, and then with the leg kicks seeming to play more of a role, and it's
gonna happen. We've seen it happen so many times. It happened with Anderson Silva. It happened with Chris Weidman. Leg breaking, arms breaking. It's part of the sport. It's gonna happen.
I've gotten into it. Like, I was a boxing purist.
Have you been live
to an MMA fight in Miami, in the Hilton? It was like a small, like, local one. And I'm telling you, this like pains me to even admit it because I'm just such a big boxing fan. But in order to really appreciate boxing, you kind of need to understand the sport. It's just one of those. It's like jujitsu or like one of those things. Like I don't really get it. I don't know enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm sure if I knew a lot, I'd notice every little bit of nuance. It's almost like soccer. You know how they can appreciate not scoring. Like the whole thing is almost scoring. You're like, ooh, that was a good almost score. And but with when I see MMA, I can watch two guys I don't even know, never heard of them once. It is by far the most engaging fight sport because you don't even need to know the guys.
Dale Hart and I got hammered one night in the bar. Oh my God!
Before or after?
Oh, after the fight. But this was the first time.
Dale showing a lot of head movement.
The
Eats
referee doesn't see it, so
God,
they're still scrambling.
And he's not tapping.
So if you can hear me.
The fight is all over.
Oh God, that's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, look at his leg. So I
It's gonna be stopped. The fight is all over.
You didn't hear it.
Oh, Corey fell down. It's broken.
It's broken.
This fight is gonna be stopped. The fight is all over. Corey Hill.
Yeah, that's just gnarly, dude.
So that's me screaming. I don't think the referee saw when it broke, but then he recognized it when it was down, that his leg was off at a fucked up angle. That was the first time I'd ever seen that live. But now I've seen it several times. I've seen arms break several times. I've seen so many people get fucked up.
Are you immune to it?
I'm a little numb to people getting injured, for sure. There's no way. You know, I've talked about this before, but if you looked at all of human history, the amount of people that have seen people get the fuck beaten out of them, I am in the upper, like, 1% in all of time.
Yeah, it's you and, like, Genghis Khan.
Well, he's seen people get fucked up in a different way.
Yeah.
That's chop their legs off and light them on fire and use them on a catapult. Like, have you ever listened to Dan Carlin's Hardcore History?
No.
Listen to me, man. Wrath of the Khans. It's a 5-part series on hardcore history about Genghis Khan, and it is fucking amazing. It's amazing. I was obsessed with Genghis Khan for like 3 years after this.
Why?
He killed 10% of the population on Earth.